Hey friends, it's your girl Tab with the Talks with Tab podcast. I am super excited to chat magic, motivation, and everything in between. Whether you're listening in your car, your headphones, your work laptop, or wherever you are, get ready and let's get to it. Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Talks with Tab podcast. This is a notebook grabber, okay? This one is a notebook grabber for sure. We are talking about 3 ways that you can ensure that you stick to the goals that you set, okay? Three and a bonus. And I'm going to start with the bonus, and then I'm going to do the 3 that we, came to talk about, okay? So we're getting right on to it. Number 1 is the bonus. The bonus is be realistic with your goal setting, right? I'm not telling you to not stretch yourself. I'm not telling you not to, go for the gold, right? But let's be realistic. A lot of times we put things on these New Year's vision boards or these resolutions or whatever you want to call them, and they're not really achievable in a year's time frame, or they're just not something that we're going to be able to achieve. So if you saved $0 last year, unless something drastic is changing in your life and your financial structure, I'm sure you're not going to save $100K this year, right? Like, be more realistic with your goal setting. So that's the bonus. And then we're going to get right into the 3. Number 1, I want you to begin setting clear objectives for these goals, right? Let's not have loosey-goosey goals. So we can call them SMART goals. We can call them having objectives. We can call them having some milestones. We can say whatever we want to say to make it clear, but I want you to have some objectives to match the goal. So I'm going to use a very simplistic example so that we're all on the same page, okay? So if you're saying, I want to lose weight in 2024, that is open-ended, that is undefined, that's just lose weight. So is that 1 pound, is that 10? Are you going to do that by way of exercise, by way of a shot, by way of water, by way of chopping it off, BBL? Like, what's up? What is the objective that goes along with this goal? So let's clear that up a little bit, right? I want to lose 10 pounds over the course of this year, right? And I'm going to do that by way of consistent working out. I'm going to the gym this amount of times per week, or I'm hiring a trainer, or I know that weight loss and my health begins in the kitchen and nutrition. And so I'm going to be more intentional about what I eat. I'm only going to eat these things on these days. Like, take it deeper, right? Stop being so surface level in your goal setting. Another very simple example is, okay, I want to save 15% more than I saved last year. So are you going to set up having something automatically coming out of your account at a certain time of the month or the quarter? Are you going to just transfer that automatically? Are you going to say, hey, whatever bonus I get or whatever extra income I get is going straight to this? Like, how are you ensuring that you are setting some clear objectives to go with these goals? All right, got it. Wrote it down. Next one I enjoy cracking up with y'all. Like, I really feel like I'm just in the living room talking to like 10 of my friends. I really enjoy this. So number 2, okay, we are going to establish some routines. And guess what? We are not going to become slaves of those routines, because if the routine is not working, change the routine. If your life changes or shifts, change the routine. So having the routine, yes, but not being a slave or overly committed to the routine, also yes. So we are going to be consistent by developing the routine. So let's just say, I'm going to use one of my own. So I try to walk at least 1 mile. I really want to do 3, but days that I can't get my 3 in, I do 1, because I am a person of habit. If I go off the course, then I'm just going to go all the way off the course. And so in that, I like to do them at the top of the day, right? I like to start the day with that, but there are times that require special attention. And so I'm not able to start the day with it. So I have to ensure that I interject it in the middle of the day or somewhere towards the day before the sun goes down, because I am an outside walker. Even in the months that it's extremely cold or extremely hot, I just try to adjust and walk when it's not extremely hot or extremely cold, but I do enjoy outdoor walking when I can. But see, the routine there is to get it done, right? But where we will alter in the routine is if something comes up, then I am not able to do that in the morning. So it is interjected into the day somehow, some way. So I'm staying consistent and dedicated to the routine, but I am not a slave to the routine so much so that if it does not happen in the morning, it does not happen at all. So take that example and apply that into your own life. If you're like, oh, I meal prep every week on Sundays, but Sunday the 15th, I'm going to be out of town. So therefore, you need to either do it before you leave or when you come back. So how are you ensuring that you stay on top of your routine, but you not become a slave to the routine so much so that you aren't able to pivot and perform in what way makes most sense for you to be able to? What? Achieve said goal. Last but not least, celebrate your small wins, okay? Don't be so caught up in achieving the large goal that you forget to celebrate yourself. Now, there's an asterisk mark here because don't get too caught in celebrating yourself, right? It's like an oxymoron. But seriously, celebrate your small wins. Celebrate the progress. Celebrate doing things and knocking things off the list. So if the goal is to, save more or to lose weight or to be consistent with reaching out to friends and family that you don't, reach out to regularly, but you do love and adore and want to reach out to. As you're doing those things, if you document it and you like, you know what, for the last 3 weeks, I have done what I said I was going to do. I'm celebrating myself. So celebrating yourself may just be you saying, I did it. So for some, it may be, purchasing a little something extra out of the Amazon cart. For others, it may be like, I'm going to treat myself to a meal, or I'm going to splurge a little when the check drop, whatever that looks like. Don't forget to celebrate the small wins as you're achieving. And that goes for little goals, big goals. I don't really like to say little and big because all goals matter, but you get what I'm saying, right? If it's a smaller scale goal, still remember to celebrate yourself throughout the milestones. And if it's a large goal, continue to celebrate yourself throughout the milestones. Get in the routine of celebrating you so that it doesn't take someone else being excited about your goals for there to be excitement. You being excited is enough. Everybody else is just an additive, okay? So I'm going to run back through. Our bonus was set some realistic goals, like stretch yourself, but don't be silly. Set some realistic goals that can be achieved. Be clear with your objectives. Add some realness to those things. Don't just have loosey-goosey goals in my tab language. Next, make sure that you establish a routine, but do not become a slave to the routine so that you can pivot, perform, and remain consistent. And last but not least, in this goal setting little master catch up here, make sure that you celebrate your small wins, because if you are not your biggest cheerleader, why are you expecting other people to clap for you? Please don't wait for the clap and applause and approval of others when you can just do it yourself. And so until next time, catch you later. Good luck. Wasn't that good? You just completed another episode of the Talks with Tab podcast. Anything that was referenced during the show, the resources can be found inside of the show notes. Additionally, if you would just like to keep the conversation going, feel free to find me on all the social channels. And until next time, I'll catch you later.